Welcome to the Comic Book Cover, episode 36.
He's representing the Bloods. I'm representing Crips.
Oh yeah. Marvel or DC too. We're making lots of wars. Superman versus Batman. Iron Man versus Captain America.
Iron Man versus Captain America. They're going at it again.
Did you know that there's a movie?
There is?
Yeah. And it's like Iron Man versus Captain America. It's a Captain America movie. Believe that.
It's Steve Rogers versus that one actor.
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. Yeah.
Who?
I can't believe I forgot Robert Downey. I am so tired.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those. This is the Dramamine video.
Yeah.
So, episode 36. Any things we want to point out at the beginning, or we want to wait to the end?
Well, there's like a few things I'd like to point out. Right now, the Super League story is, which we still have 2 copies of Part 1, 2 copies of Part 2, 2 copies of Part 3, 1 copy of Part 4. It's super hot on eBay right now.
No pun intended, right?
Yeah, no pun intended.
I can't take any more of this punishment.
Some are going as high as $15 online. You can still get it for cover price here at the store. I highly recommend getting. This is what leads us into a Rebirth. I mean, I can't.
It's a huge store.
If you're just like collecting for money, I would invest in this. If you collect because if you're like me and you just want to read a good comic, then it's still there. Get it while you can still afford it.
And if you're just like, I want to read a great story.
Yeah.
I mean, this is probably one of the best. This is the best Superman story since Morrison's Action Comics run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely. It's
couple other things. We'll probably have Aaron walk around later, but we got we did a little. We want to show them the. We have our little mini back issues section here. We have collector issues. If you like missed an issue, we got 2015, 2016. And then we have 25-cent books, and I was going through here, and some of these have some gems in them. There's like, for some that are like $11. So
it's some of those stills like to hook up our customers.
Yeah, we like to hook up our customers. There's nothing better than finding a diamond in the rough. And but still,
I always loved that one back in the day at the Money Tree.
Oh yeah, you go through there and find like something really cool for
some Mr. Miracle first appearance of Nightwing. Got that there. And
they're like super cheap. And we got a bigger glass case. We got more room in here. We have Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, the entire run. You buy it, we can give you the movie, $25 for the whole lot. We have Kiss's Psycho Circus, the entire run, 1 through 30, for only $30. That's $1 an issue. And then we have just some great back issues here. Batman #1 from the New 52, a beautiful Capullo cover. 39. We got the first Deathlock, which is also just so happens to be the first George Perez in comics. We got some Walking Dead. We got some Frank Miller Daredevil, and Watchmen #1. I mean, you can't.
Weird Science, another Golden Age.
Yeah, another Golden Age book. We got some good stuff here. So, and they have more back issues at the Money Tree.
And that's one of the cool things. If you don't find what you want here, you can always go to the Money Tree.
Yeah.
Check out extensive. I like to use that word, extensive
collection. Yeah. What's coming out this week in DC Comics? In no particular order.
But we will switch it up a little bit this week.
Yeah.
Just a hair.
Just a hair. Aquaman 52. It's a book I'm not reading.
Dan Abnett's writing.
And Dan Abnett he's a good writer.
It's a really good story. I'm a little behind, so I can't really say what's going on at the particular moment. Brett Booth is doing both covers. I'm not a huge Brett Booth fan. He's not like a bad artist by any means.
Yeah.
Everybody looks like a teenager.
Right.
It's my only complaint. But Dan Abnett's writing, so I mean, it's not like it's Humberto Ramos or anything.
Yeah, no, it's or Chris Bachalo.
Yeah.
This depends on who you're talking to. Astro City number 35's coming out.
Kurt Busiek,
And solid Kurt Busiek comic.
Alex Ross covers.
Yeah, always with the, yep. Every issue has an Alex Ross cover.
Love that about it.
We also have Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, the Frank Miller Gallery Edition. Man, this is my I think I say this every video. My favorite run in Batman was that. It's also the very first comics that I bought for my third comic book collection, and I bought them right here. The individual issues at Books and Money Tree. Aaron sold them to me for it was like $200 worth of comics for $160, and that started everything off. But so we'll have the a gallery edition of that, Batman War Games Volume 2.
Just one of the first stories I bought when I got back into reading. I took a little break. I read Hush. I read it, digitally.
Yeah.
And when I went to buy, I picked up War Games. And War Games is a really extensive story.
It's a good story.
A lot of great writers on it. Brubaker was one of them. So.
Clean Room number 8.
Gail Simone.
Yeah, Gail Simone. Yeah, that's a book that I'm trying to start reading. I've been reading more independent books here lately. Clean Room is one that I'm going to check out for sure, because a lot of my independents are over on Image. Dark Knight 3, The Master Race number 4, Collector's Edition.
I've been getting those because at the end you're gonna get a box to put them all in, and then the spines will make a cover too.
Yeah, Aaron tried to get me to start. I should have. I don't know why I didn't. I just didn't do it.
It's a big deal to me because it's Miller, so
yeah, it is.
Azzarello, it's a great team.
One day on Tumblr or Facebook, I'll post pictures of my room, and you'll see why I shouldn't have missed out on it. We got Dr. Fate number 12, one of my favorite
Magic characters.
Yeah, DC comic.
Plus Paul Levitz is writing. I've read it in the beginning. I just didn't like the art. I couldn't follow, but Paul Levitz is the wonder kid.
Oh yeah, he is, man. He did JSA, didn't he? Yeah.
He did some JSA. He was like the Legion of Superheroes writer too.
Yeah, right up there with Mark Wolfman and Keith Giffen. Yeah. Fables Deluxe Edition, Volume 12. The ladies seem to like the Fables.
Mm-hmm. It's another ladies comic.
Yeah, but not just for the ladies.
No.
I didn't read Fables, and then I realized the ladies liked Fables, so I started reading the Fables so I could have something to talk to the ladies about.
Ladies. You might have to read some Doctor Who too, then you're guaranteed to get a lady.
I'm guaranteed nothing.
Nothing is guaranteed in life.
Flash by Jeff Johns, Volume 2. Man, what did I say? Jeff Johns. DC has some pretty good trades coming out this week.
Most definitely.
Future Quest number 1.
I'm kind of excited. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but it's like as a kid growing up in the Hanna-Barbera era, this is pretty cool.
This is, you remember, USA Cartoon Express?
Yep.
Like all the cartoons that was on that is now going to be in this comic.
Johnny Quest, and there's different variant covers. There's going to be a Space Ghost variant cover and a Herculoid variant cover, and just specific Johnny Quest variant cover.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. When the adventurous, inquisitive Johnny Quest and his adopted brother Haji make a startling discovery in the swamplands of Florida, they are pulled into an epic struggle between the Space Rangers and a dangerous villain who threatens the galaxy. Now it's up to the combined forces of Team Quest, Internation Security, Space Ghost, and a host of Hanna-Barbera's greatest action heroes to stop him and save them. This is going to be cool. This is going to be cool.
Darwin Cook did the character designs for this too.
It's a number 1 too, so
why not?
Yeah, why not pick it up? Harley Quinn number 28. I'm not reading the actual Harley Quinn books, or the Harley Quinn title, but I love this character. She's the light side of DC.
Yes.
She's DC's Deadpool.
Most definitely. It's the book to read to get a good laugh.
Injustice, Gods Among Us, Year 5, number 10's coming out.
Been a great story.
Been a really good storyline. Joker Endgame, oh my god. Now this was a great Snyder Capullo run. This was And we showed you a minute ago in the case we had issue number 39 of that in there. The art, the story, it was very cinematic.
Very.
It's like what Batman started or ended with like Grant Morrison being like kind of like Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown days, to Scott Snyder and Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds, Django Cassidy, Hateful Eight days. Like it just like great. Both are great eras, but just if that analogy made any sense to you, it's in my head. It's all like making sense to me. But
They knocked out 2 great Joker stories, and this being the second of that.
yeah.
It was nice to get some good Joker too.
Legend of Wonder Woman number 6 of 9 is coming out. Man, it's a beautiful book. It's just I don't read it. Crystal does. You can ask her about it when you're in here. She
She talks it up.
yeah, she talks it up. But the cover art of them, I don't know if we have
I
any.
don't think we
issue.
have any copies.
We sold out.
They don't stay around very
Yeah,
long.
they don't stay around.
Which
very
is awesome.
long.
I like to see Wonder Woman
Yeah.
selling good. That's much needed.
Lucifer number 6. Man.
You seen the TV show?
Yeah,
You'd like
yeah.
to check out more?
There
Where'd
it
it go?
is. Martian Manhunter number 12. This is the last issue too, man.
It is the last issue. I'm sad. I'm glad it made it a full run because this is one of the comics like Captain Atom that I was like, this is not gonna make it. It's gonna get canceled.
Yeah.
But with the rebirth thing coming, revamping the lawn, of course, Martian Manhunter's not gonna have another book, but at least we get a contained story just about the Martian Manhunter. And this has been an important story for the Martian Manhunter.
Where'd you even see this?
They adjusted the origin a little bit, and some have gotten a little upset over that, but it's been a great run, very contained. We thought, Captain Atom being such a good book, I figured this would cancel too. Rebirth comes along, we're not getting a Martian Manhunter, but at least we're getting a full story, and it's a very important story because the thing that they did with his origin was just extra cool. It relates to his family. It relates to Malefic, whatever his name is. Do you know how to pronounce his name?
No, I don't.
Malefac? We'll call him Malefac. That's probably wrong, but for now, we're going with Malefac.
in the house.
Yeah.
Ladies.
But we were just saying how Martian Manhunter is such an important character, and that's why this book has been awesome to actually get a good dose of Martian Manhunter. Because he's been missing. He's been here since the New 52, but just not as much as he should be.
Yeah, and
He's the cornerstone. He's the heart of the Justice League.
Yeah, you turn on Justice League, the cartoon, like the very first 3 episodes are about Martian Man.
Yeah.
That's what I like
And
about
that's what really made me get really into the character. Between that and New Frontier by Darwin Cook.
Yeah.
I love that take.
That was really good. Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death is about ready to wrap up with issue 5 of 6. Red Thorn number 7. Robin, Son of Batman number 12.
Another great book. And this is coming to an end.
Yeah, it's coming to an end. Sinestro number 23.
It's been really good. Cullen Bunn has done a really good job in this book.
Oh man, speaking of Cullen Bunn, like Joe Bowles, like he's been trying to get me to read Uncanny X-Men. We have like 1 copy of issue 7 left. This is Cullen Bunn. Like if you saw my post on Facebook, when people remember X-Men writers, they are going to remember Chris Claremont, Grant Morrison, and Cullen Bunn.
I think so too. And I'm interested in this just because I'm such a big Archangel fan. I'm kind of confused with what the deal is with Angel and Archangel because I haven't been.
And if I had known, I would have been reading Sinestro a long time ago. Yeah, Superman American Alien number 7 of 7. It's coming to an end. This was
Max Landis has done such a great job on this book.
And we get Jacques Art on this one.
Yes, and that's another one of my favorite things. And
Yeah.
we should point out at some point, maybe in the posters, we got a Jacques Batman.
Yes, we do.
And if you don't buy it, I will. Just saying.
They're probably like, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, go ahead.
But after a massive explosion rocks downtown Metropolis, Clark finds himself face to face with the white-skinned alien riding a flying motorcycle, and the eyes of the world are all on this so-called Superman.
I wonder who that.
I wonder who that is. But it's coming to a conclusion. I mean, these were definite wall hangers. Yeah, if anybody has issues 1 and 2, I'd be interested in buying them from them.
Because it is
I miss those.
sold
1, 2, and
out
3. 1, 2,
and no
3.
more printings available.
Yeah, completely unavailable.
And they've skyrocketed to like
Another hot seller, and I think that
we don't have a single issue.
Yeah,
here.
we don't have a single issue here.
It's just if it touches the shelf, it'll be gone by the next day.
It was Max Landis lived up to his dad's name as far as being.
I'm very glad he finally got to tell his Superman story. He's been talking about it for years.
And as we were discussing before, the Super League storyline, Superman Wonder Woman number 29. This is the penultimate chapter of the Super League. When all the Supermen have fallen and Supergirl to the rescue. With Batman and Superman number 32 selling out and now like is on eBay for like anywhere from 15 to 30 bucks, I highly recommend you come in and jump in and get this book. It is red hot. I mean, the whole thing is red hot. I believe we can still get you a first printing Action 52, which would be part 6.
I believe we already have some coming in.
Yeah, we have some coming in. They'll be available Tuesday, really, since it went out last week. So we can have them on the shelf as quickly as Tuesday.
And the second print of
and then the second print of Batman and Superman number 32
on Wednesday.
On Wednesday, yeah. Titans Hunt is coming to an end, number 8 of 8, penultimate chapter.
Dan Abnett again.
Oh. It's the penultimate chapter of Super League when all this super.
Hey, you know, it's funny how that works out. But we're going to skip that because that was probably just a copy and paste error.
Yeah.
The thing is, this is the end of the Titans Hunt because it's 8 of 8. So
it
would
has
be
nothing
the
to do with
penultimate.
Super League.
No, it's the ultimate.
Yeah, it's
ending.
the ultimate ending.
Not the penultimate. The thing is, you get basically the Marv Wolfman George Perez. We can't have it completely because the cyborg stuff's changed, but it's like they're going into Rebirth. We're going to get the original Titans back the way they're supposed to be. Donna Troy, Roy Harper, and Dick Grayson at least will be that Titans will still have existed, and it's cool how they've done that with this book. Aqualad Garden is in there too.
That's cool.
And a cool Aqualad, not like the Aqualad we grew up with. Just like Aquaman is like, bad enough we got Aquaman on the Justice League, and then we get this Aqualad over here. Like, you just need to move on. But now Aqualad's like, okay, he could kick some butt. I'm pretty cool with him now, as opposed to the past where it's just like,
Yeah.
it's rough. It's pretty rough.
He was just like Aquaman's little bitch.
Yeah, which is worse than just Aquaman.
This next trade paper, I think, is about my love life on Facebook. Unfollow Volume 1. Enough said. Wonder Woman 52. This will be the final issue before the rebirth of Wonder Woman.
The last Meredith David.
Yeah, I am. This one thing about Rebirth, like that, I guess I'm not so excited about is we no longer have Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo doing Batman. I'm sad about that, and then I'm sad about the Finches leaving Wonder Woman. But I'm willing to bet Greg Rucka's writing, but yeah. So
And Greg Rucka and Nicholas Scott and also Liam Sharp.
yeah, I think it'll be just as impressive. And then you can also get Wonder Woman Volume 7 and 8 if you wanted to catch up. And then on to Marvel. First thing right out of the bat is All New Inhumans Volume 1. All New Inhumans is pretty good. It's for a Marvel book. It's a Thinking Man's comic. That came out wrong. It's yeah.
Any Marvel guy's just like,
Yeah,
what?
I know, right?
But
That made me sound anti-Marvel, but what I'm saying is
the two companies have a very different
philosophy.
Yes.
In the way they say. And
I think it's fair to say Marvel still has a bit of the old school approach.
right.
With the exception of some stories like, say, Civil War,
Right.
or Old Man Logan. Mark Millar definitely was one of the... It's probably a writer thing. Yeah, Mark Millar, when he was there, and then Brubaker, Fraction,
Yeah.
Greg Rucka, Jason Aaron. They tend to write stories that fit in with the DC thing. It's very heavy.
And that's the
very
thing
weighty.
about just the Inhumans. I read both All New and Uncanny, and they could easily be a DC book, like DC
and
characters.
Charles Soule's another, but Charles Soule picked up from Scott Snyder on Swamp
Right.
Thing, and that's kind of where I first heard it.
That's where I first started.
That was a big deal too, to pick up after Snyder's Swamp Thing and carry it. And actually, I read every issue.
Scott Snyder, man, he's Scott Super League Snyder.
Yeah.
So that joke bomb. All New Wolverine number 8. I lost on the Price is Right. Are you reading All New Wolverine?
I've read the first few issues of it.
Is it good?
It is good. Like you, I had that thing where it's just like X-23. Like, why? I don't know. I'm like this with characters, and I've eaten crow when I'm wrong, like Sam Wilson. There are times when it's good.
Yeah.
But I get the Wolverine thing. You kind of need to pull him back. Maybe a little bit of appreciation, because years ago he was oversaturated. And plus we get the Old Man Logan book, which I really love.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, why put this person out as Wolverine? It's the
Well, you know
clone of
what-
Wolverine.
Yeah.
The plus side is,
So it's not the female Wolverine.
it is.
It's a female.
She's a clone of Logan.
Now, see that where she was introduced, that was a really great. I don't know if you guys remember this. This was like in the mid 2000s, like around 2005. We got Brandon over here doing a sexy dance for us. Brandon's sexy dance severance. NYX. That's where she appeared in NYX, and that was a really cool story. That was really cool.
Sev Sexy Dance Dog.
Yeah. Astonishing Ant-Man number 8. You said you really wanted to talk about this.
It's Nick Spencer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're like me. Ant-Man? Really?
Yeah.
Man.
I saw the movie and I was like,
the
Ant-Man,
movie was
like,
really good.
oh.
And then Josh has been like, if you like the movie, you can pretty much just read this comic and it's just like flows.
Right.
So that kind of tempts me. It's just that it's Ant-Man. But then again, like I said, Nick Spencer's writing it. I've heard nothing but good stuff across the board, and not just people here, people other places who like just talk this book up. It really drew my attention to Nick Spencer, and being that Nick Spencer jumped to Captain America, even though Sam Wilson, that's what kind of got me to read it, because I heard some of the lines. It's a very funny book. When I got it. It's like, kind of like the movie. You read it and you're gonna laugh, because at least Scott Lang doesn't take himself seriously. I mean, and how can you take yourself seriously when you shrink?
Right.
It's okay for Ray Palmer.
Right.
But then again, we're DC guys, so it's a little more acceptable. But then again, Ray Palmer's a scientist. Hank Pym was too,
Yeah.
but Hank Pym had to beat his wife.
Yeah,
and
he like Hank Pym. put
lay
the
down his
smack-
pimp slap.
Avengers K Volume 1, Avengers versus Ultron. And this is going to be really cool. Civil War 2, number 0.
Yes, and we got a little taste of that in Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
What's cool about, there's going to be a lot of cool variant covers. One of my favorite, and I'm still not sure I'm pronouncing his name right, but I will butcher it until I figure out how to say it right. Asad Ribic.
Esau Ribic, that's
Good.
Esau Ribic. That's
His run with Jason Aaron on Thor, the God of Thunder, phenomenal. I mean, it was like, he's like Frank Quietly.
Is he doing the Thor now? Like the Thor now?
No, now it's Dodderman, and Dodderman's equally is awesome.
Because the Jason Aaron Thor, Mighty Thor on it now.
Yeah, both artists are very good, but the thing about Asad Ribic, it's like he's like Alex Ross meets Frank Quietly.
Right.
It's that painted, very
Frank Quietly, man.
it's very real looking because of the painting and the shadowing and stuff he does. But like Frank Quietly, the faces are very expressive.
Very expressive, and you got a little junk in the trunk.
I'm a nice man. Yeah, I mean it's
like
Asad Ribic's one of the best artists out there, and especially when you look at Marvel's lineup. The run of Secret Wars with Jonathan Hickman still one of the best Marvel stories ever. Probably since Civil War, and I might even kind of like that better. Just saying a lot. 'Cause Civil War was a really great story.
Yeah. So, and speaking of Civil War, I have some Civil War back issues in here that run from anywhere from $12 to $2, depending on condition.
I think one of the actual issues of Civil War is in that lot.
Yeah, Civil War number 3 is in that lot, and Frontline 1 through 4 is in there. I think it went to 7 though. Then we have Deadpool and the Merch for Money number 4 or 5 is coming out. I think they're gonna make a movie someday.
One day.
It'll probably go straight to DVD.
Yeah, it won't get popular at all.
Yeah.
Especially if they use that Canadian guy here.
Deadpool, Last Days of Magic number 1.
And our favorite, sarcastically,
Yeah.
artist is doing a variant
Alberto
cover.
Ramos.
Or no, he's doing the regular
He's
one.
doing the regular cover.
Which makes me not want to read it.
I'm gonna pick it up because
Yes.
I
Joking about the
yeah I read Doctor Strange, and so I'd be doing myself an injustice if I didn't pick it up.
Injustice. That was like a DC book.
Yeah.
Bam!
Haunted Mansion number 3 of 5.
Some little Disney action there.
And speaking of Disney, no, not Disney. Disney's Dirty Side, Howard the Duck Volume 1, Duck Hunt, which I read on the paper, replaced the U with an I.
Duck Hint?
Yeah. Yeah, Duck, yeah.
It's another one.
Yeah, right.
You make it out.
Yeah, you
I was
make
trying
it
to
up.
throw you off, but you probably put it together.
International Iron Man number 3, the Alex Maleev regular cover's coming out. Which is strange because number 9, we got number 9 here. Introducing, okay, she doesn't have a hero name yet. She's working on it.
You're not reading this book, are you?
No, I'm not.
I'm not reading the international one, but I am reading this one.
Oh, this is international. And this
Yes,
is
it's confusing, especially when Bendis is writing them.
Yeah.
I don't think we have any international ones, which
No,
means it's selling.
yeah, it's I started because I love me some James Bond, and that's like
Number 1 had the coolest James Bond looking cover. Alex Maleev's a great artist. I love his stuff.
he is.
Was it Batman the Dark Knight? He did that with this guy's name. Can't believe I can't think of the writer's name.
I was just
Towards
looking-
the guy who just finished the whole Dark Knight thing. I think he picked up at 8. Started a Scarecrow story and just followed it to the very end. He was a writer, and he did some great Batman work, especially the Scarecrow and Mad Hatter stuff. Mad Hatter was at the Ethan Van Sciver too. Wow. Yeah, you know the tea that Mad Hatter likes to drink?
Oh yeah,
You know.
I've had some tea like that before.
Yeah, well, he had some tea. He tried to give Batman some tea like that. And Batman still does his Batman thing.
Yeah.
If you read Grant Morrison's book, he talks about Batman and his various experiments with psychotropic
Yeah, when
chemicals.
when Batman takes psychedelics, he's awesome.
Yes.
Either that or he's the Joker, which we might find out in Justice League
We'll
number
find
15,
out soon, right?
which is coming out 2 weeks from 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks. Rico.
Karnak number 4. Why aren't you buying this book?
It's Warren Ellis.
Yeah, Warren Ellis. It's. I think I put it down here.
Right there.
Yeah, right here. I mean, look at these covers.
Great.
Like,
stuff.
I know a cover does not a book make, but
Does not a book make.
but it's you should be reading it.
Read it, you will.
Let's see, where was Marvel Universe All New Avengers Assemble Volume 4 Digest trade paperback is coming out.
Little things.
Yeah,
That was a mouthful there.
it is for something so small.
Man, this next one though.
Mighty Thor Volume 1 Thunder in Her Veins.
Veins.
Man, this was like
Jane Foster.
yeah, I
What
know.
a trooper.
Like, how brilliant of an idea that, like, she has cancer and she is Thor, the cancer, the chemo stops working because it's poison and it pushes it out of her.
And the more,
Yeah, so the more she becomes Thor as a human, it's causing. It's just
It's
man,
phenomenal.
Jason Aaron's.
and for all those that are, well, you can have a woman. Like obviously, Odin's son is going to be back, but it's such a good story. He had to tell it. I mean, it couldn't be any other way about it. And if you read the beginning of his, obviously, I mean, he apparently is pre-planned for it to eventually work its way back around. It's just, this is a good story.
Yeah,
You got a good
is
story, tell
intense.
it.
And so if you haven't been reading from issue 1, then here's your chance to catch up.
Even I read an interview with him, and he talked about the Walt Simonson run, and that's a lot of where he pulled like this, because there was other people that carried the hammer before, and this is just his take on that. So there you go.
And this is one of Josh and Aaron's favorites. Old Man Logan #6 is coming out.
Jeff Lemire, Andre Sorrentino. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Just a great team. It's like that Morrison Quietly thing. You know, Tomasi and Gleason. Those two guys do so well together, and their Green Arrow run was great, especially in the New 52 because it was kind of rocky with Green Arrow. They knocked it out of the park. Made Green Arrow a book that you looked forward to reading every month. And now they're on Old Man Logan, which is a Mark Millar story originally, and they picked it up and done a lot of cool stuff with Logan. And facing if you've read the original Old Man Logan, that takes place in the future. He's married, he's got kids, he's given up on fighting because everybody's dead. Everybody is dead. And when he comes in after Secret Wars, it's like he's trying to prevent that from happening. But Steve Rogers lets him know that this isn't that same world.
Power Man and Iron Fist #4, who cares?
Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah. Scarlet #9.
Silk Volume 1.
Yeah. Silk Volume 1.
Silver Surfer #4. I
It
will
actually
say
made it
this.
to #4.
I read #1. Thing is, it's actually pretty good. I liked it. I would have continued reading it if I didn't have so many books I was getting. Dan Slott, who's writing Spider-Man, is writing this. And I thought when I was reading his Spider-Man, like this dude's obviously a Grant Morrison fan. When you read his Silver Surfer, it's like there is no doubt he's a big Grant Morrison fan. He just takes it.
Yeah,
and
tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, the story's about like Galactus kicks Silver Surfer out, so Silver Surfer has nowhere to go. He's on the streets, so he's having to sell his body for drugs because he pawned off his.
No, that was actually the Grant Morrison run.
That was the Grant Morrison.
You got 2 more.
Grant Morrison.
He's unfunny.
He should have.
Spider-Man #4. Joe Valls has told me a lot about this book.
I mean, you know, it's not. This is my fan.
Yeah, because it's not Peter Parker. But one of the things that caught, like when Joe was telling me about it, like really caught my attention was Miles' uniform was ripped, and they noticed that he had black skin, and like they started calling him the Black Spider-Man, and his whole thing was, why do I have to be the Black Spider-Man? Like, and I mean, that kind of like got me interested.
That's an interesting thing.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, you could always say you are wearing a black spider, you know, the opposite, but, you know, I see where they're going.
Yeah, and with it just, this is a book I'm jumping on. That's
Brian Michael Bendis again.
Yeah, Brian Michael Bendis.
Marvel's Jeff Johns.
This is a book I'm not going to be jumping on. Spider-Woman #7.
Pregnant Spider.
Yeah, that's just weird.
Yeah. Spidey #6.
Spidey #6. That's if you're trying to get something for your kids, that'd be great. And check this out: if you get your kids reading comics, they won't have money for drugs.
It's true.
Squadron Supreme #7 is coming out.
Alex Ross covers?
Yes.
I think he's still doing the covers for that, isn't he?
He
was.
He was.
They had some great covers.
Star Brand New Universe Volume 1. Star Wars Kanan Volume 2. First Blood. Trade paperback is coming out. Star-Lord #7. Yeah.
Where's Starsky at? Starsky's not here, but Starsky, if he was here, he'd tell you about Star-Lord. No Starsky. Where's Starsky go?
Starsky.
Q-Tip.
Oh, here he comes.
Hey, Starsky! You want to talk about Star-Lord?
Tell these people why they should be buying Star-Lord. We're gonna have a special cameo guest appearance of Jesse over here.
The Chicken God.
Yeah, the Chicken God.
What's up, guys?
We're
Sorry.
into the shot.
There we go.
Star-Lord number 7's coming out. Tell us about Star-Lord.
Well, so far the story about Star-Lord's been, it started out with just him as a kid, like his roots pretty much of being Star-Lord.
Like year one.
Like year one, pretty much. Like just like he's not even getting into the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's not dealing with anything else. Just trying to be a kid growing up. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, his life just changes like that. Like he's just thrown into the mix of things. And now we're starting up with like issue 7, right? Issue 7, we're having to deal with him and Kitty and their whole relationship that's just spiraled out into crap. And now,
Kitty Pryde.
Kitty Pryde. And I haven't had a chance to really keep up with everything so far, but from what I've read, like it looks like they're being thrown into a whole nother mess because they're thinking that they're on some mission for Tony Stark out of nowhere. He's sitting in the middle of the galaxy, which is like immediately a red flag. What's Tony Stark doing in the middle of space?
Right?
So of course, I have no idea what to expect, but I'm liking it.
Sam Humphries is the writer, right? Sam Humphries is a really good writer. He's going to be moving over to DC soon, too.
Man, that sounds like I've been missing out.
Yeah, I know.
No
I
one
read
has
issue 1 and
ever
liked it.
explained the comic to me, so
That's what I do.
that's what it is.
That's why you guys have me behind the counter.
Chicken God. Talk to the Chicken God. Jesse. Q-Tip. Starsky.
Uncanny Avengers. This is a book that like I haven't got to read a lot of, but I've picked it up because I just think it's a really cool,
It's a great book.
really cool team.
Yes, Rogue is on it, Deadpool, Cable, Steve Rogers, which is between Steve Rogers and Cable, I'm picking this book up.
Your mom is in it.
Your mom is.
Your mom is in it.
Did I say Rogue?
Rogue. Rogue is in it. Gambit's in it.
We've got a new Inhuman in it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I forgot her name. Synapse?
Synapse, yeah.
That's her.
X-Men: The Rise of the Apocalypse, just in time for the movie.
Is there a movie coming out?
Yes.
Wow.
And I am, all kidding aside, like, I think this is going to be one of the coolest X-Men movies. Like, I'm a big fan of X-Men First Class. I thought that was a really great movie. I mean, I like the Bryan Singer movies. Didn't care much for
The
Goyers.
third I hated.
Yeah, I hate's a strong word, but it wasn't. Snyder, I think, not Snyder, but Singer should have finished it out. He should have been doing that instead of Superman,
Yeah.
basically.
Has a couple of good scenes in Superman. I like Brandon Routh in Superman.
Right, Dark Horse has BPRD, Hell on Earth, number 141 coming out.
Cowboy action.
And then a BPRD trade, Hell on Earth, Volume 13, End of Days. It's pretty much off of Dark Horse this week. They've had some pretty cool books. I love their Fight Club run.
I think
having Chuck Palahniuk write a comic
Yeah, that's
inspired
pretty
me.
awesome.
If there's anybody out there that is a serious artist and wants to do a comic book on an independent tip, then let me know. Hit me up because I already have one book. I'm gonna plug my own book. Like, not a lot of people will know this that work with me here, but I write it under the name Shango Cassidy. I have a book on Amazon. It's called This Whole Stupid War is Dumb, and I would like to take where I started off with pieces of stories from 3 other novels that I wrote that I actually just haven't worked on because I want them to be comic books. So if anybody out there is interested,
I've got some comic book ideas. We need an artist.
we need an art, and I'm talking like serious, like someone who is dedicated. IDW, Judge Dredd number 5. Judge Dredd, man, he's got
Great
some
character.
Yeah, great character. We have number 3 and number 4. Yeah, we have some Judge Dredd. Like you can catch up.
I think somebody bought the ones off the shelf.
Yeah.
Good deal. Good deal. I usually go to 2000 AD, but I almost jumped onto this because it's your trade. Just, money.
Micronauts number 2 with a J.H. Williams cover.
One of my all-time favorite artists.
Yeah.
Just hands down, great,
If
great
you
artist.
want, this is the polar opposite of Micronauts, but Alan Moore and J.H. Williams, Promethea. Aaron and I were talking about this earlier. It's basically a philosophy book. Like, I mean, it's
I actually think that's one of
it is one of the
best.
deepest comics. Like, it's hard. I have to reread it. And like I said, soon I'll post up pictures of them because that way I'll guarantee that I'll never get laid again. I'll post pictures of like what I've done to my bedroom and like what I've done to my comics and
What you've done to your life.
what I've done to my life. Yeah.
Also, I would point out, if you want to check out some of his artwork, his Batman run with Grant Morrison, Blood of Heroes story.
Yes, that was
All the flashbacks had the little dots like the old comics, and man, that's what really drew my attention to J.H. Williams.
It was
He did a Paul
tight.
Dini Batman story too.
yeah. Oh man, when Paul Dini touched Batman,
I know.
I'm touched.
I'm touched.
October Fraction number 16.
Steve Niles, 30 Days of Night.
Good stuff. Star Trek Manifest Destiny number 3 of 4.
Trek.
I haven't been reading it. Have we been ordering it?
We did have number.
we have 1 and 2. And
Look at that.
Number 3 of 4. So
Yeah, you can still get all 3 issues.
Yeah, you can still get all 3 issues for cover price.
Did you say cover price?
For cover price? Yeah.
Cover price.
Yeah, you won't find it on eBay or from us.
Slap me some.
And on to Image, Beauty number 7. Are you familiar with
I've
this?
heard a lot about this one. If it's the one I'm thinking, this is the one. I'm pretty sure this is there's some kind of sexually transmitted disease that makes you. I might be wrong about that because there's a few different weird stories like that. But this is one where everybody looks beautiful and it's like an AIDS-like disease. It's,
But you get hot.
yeah, but
Then
there's the
die.
drawback that you're gonna die. Like, and there's that thing, and I could be wrong about some of this because I haven't read it myself, and it's been a while since I've read about it. But the concept of this story, I know the whole disease thing and making you look beautiful, and then there's people that won't, that stay away from that because they don't want to be fake.
Basically, this is one STD that Aaron and I haven't caught.
Exactly.
Black
Lucky
Road,
us.
Black Road number 1 and 2. The second printing of Black Road number 1 and Black Road number 2. If we ordered any, I'm going to pick it up.
I know the next one's one I wish I jumped on.
Yeah, Citizen Jack.
Sam Humphries again.
Yeah. Image has so much going on right now. And once again, like I said, like anybody that's like serious artist, like I will send this stuff straight. I have all the info on like how to get Image to read your book, and tasty beverages. That's going to be the name of the comic, the tasty beverage. Drifter number 11. What he said, Invincible 128. Solid Robert Kirkman book. I think it's even.
I think that's his best book. in my
It's
opinion.
more interesting than than a majority of the Walking Dead issues.
And then next is one of my all-time favorite Image books,
Yeah,
Lazarus, Volume 2
Lazarus.
hardcover,
Yeah.
by Greg Rucka and Michael Luck.
Manifest Destiny number 19 is coming out.
Still a hot book.
Yep, still a
Like
hot
that.
book. Mirror number 4. I'm not familiar with this book. but-
Odyssey or Mirror?
Mirror.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one too either. Odyssey, I know.
Odyssey, yeah.
Matt Fraction's take on the Odyssey story, but a science fiction take.
Nice. Oh, that's right, and they're all in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe Vals was telling me about that. Snowfall number 4.
I did have an issue of Snowfall.
It's in the
back
it's in
issues.
the back issues there. Spawn number 263. Spawn. That's incidentally what that kid that walked through here. He was looking for issue number 15.
Spawn.
Of Spawn.
Eric Larson.
Spawn has got Eric Larson's jumped on the book with Todd McFarlane, which I find very interesting. When I was a kid, McFarlane was the first comic book artist I was introduced to. Like when I started collecting, that's when McFarlane was doing Amazing Spider-Man in the late 80s, early 90s.
Oh yeah, it was like.
And then Eric Larson jumped on, and
He was doing Hulk at the time, wasn't
yeah,
he? Was it with Peter David?
yeah,
Pretty sure. Yeah, and then Jim Lee with Chris Claremont.
on X-Men.
Yeah, so that was
We
like
started at issue 248. I was actually just looking at my copy last night.
that was the first artist I began to know by name.
Jim Lee.
Jim Lee, Todd McFarlane, Eric Larson, Rob Liefeld.
Yeah, yeah, those were basically of the founders of Image.
Yeah. You know what time it is, Robert?
It is time for the
And now, it's time for...
Little MST action.
a little something.
We need some robots. We actually found a gumball machine in the warehouse. We might have to dress him up so we can have our own Tom Sordo.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. I know you're excited about this one. Let's get
Yes. Frank Miller's Ronin. Not an expensive comic, but very hard to find. Individual issues. The graphic novel you can order at any time, but to get a hold of, especially like in really good condition, Frank Miller's Ronin is like if you see it, pick it up, especially if you're collecting for value. So.
Yes.
And nobody writes a better samurai story than Frank Miller. Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't been a movie yet.
Yeah, I am really surprised it hasn't been a movie yet. And probably at one time it was probably in the works. I know
Sad.
Frank Miller had a problem after they ruined his version of RoboCop. Which basically really was because it was a movie ahead of its time as far as violence goes, because this version of RoboCop is way more violent than like that silly little piece that they put out.
It was RoboCop 2, I believe, right?
Yeah, RoboCop 2.
RoboCop 1 was awesome. That's really the only one out of that series that you can
But I
still
believe
watch
he
today.
developed, like, RoboCop is his character.
Yeah, he was part of the original. It was just
Yeah.
RoboCop 2 soured him on Hollywood.
Yeah, and he wasn't lured back in until Robert Rodriguez did that little short piece
Sin City.
for Sin City,
Yes.
and which is, like I said, we have Sin City 1 through Ordained to Kill 4. We had that series 1 through 6 plus the Sin City movie for $25, which is a great deal, and $6 on this 7.0, very fine copy, and you'll be able to find it right here. In
Actually,
our
let's see.
back issue comics.
Go through and find some R's. It's gonna be before Shazam. Yeah, that's right. We got some Shazam. Did I say that we had some Shazam?
Yeah, we have
Some Denny O'Neil CC Beck. CC
Yeah.
Beck is the creator of Captain Marvel and Shazam.
Yeah, that is, yeah, an official back cover. We have some really cool stuff in there. Some of the stuff that I'm about ready to price, even at a 1.0 condition, is like worth $400 still. And when you come in to buy comics, there's something that, like, when it comes to grading, if you don't want a comic because it's in bad condition, that is completely understandable. But we grade them to the T. And if you see a comic that is still like $175 and it's a 1.0 condition, that's because it's $1,000 book. So like it's worth thousands of dollars. Now it's just worth hundreds of dollars. You know, you wouldn't say like an Action Comics #1, which is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, actually, it's like a million.
Yeah, and so like in a 1.0 condition would be worth like thousands of dollars. So
It's how it rolls.
It's just how it rolls. I mean, yeah, if you don't, if you're not interested because it's in bad condition, then that It's
Totally
totally understandable, but that's how grading works.
Is how grading works. And we use multiple sources like Mile High, My Comic Shop, Heritage Auctions.
We got Brian Putman in the store.
We got Brian Putman in the store. He is looking at his file.
I got a little gift for you, Brian.
He has a lot.
Yeah, but look what he's got on top.
What do you have on top, Brian?
What do you got on top?
Thank you.
I
First appearance of Punisher Reaper.
Yeah. When you come in here and you become part of the family, I will hook you up.
I like that you said family and not cool kids.
Yeah, well, because to me that's what we like. That's always what I've always wanted my own comic book store.
The Fanboy family.
And yes, and
But we always try to point out that if you sign up with us for a file, you get
25% off,
5 or more titles.
5 or more titles, and you get 10% off on back issues at the Money Tree.
Which is extensive.
They have a huge, and it's getting better over there. Bethany is working her little hiney off to. Was that sexist? I hope that wasn't
No,
sexist.
Heiny, no.
Yeah.
We work our honeys on.
Yeah.
Everyone else.
To get you quality books out there. Feel free to ask too.
Rachel, the manager.
Yeah, ask them if there's something you're looking for. I'll find it for you.
Alyssa. I know
Alyssa,
Alyssa.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've got Rob. And
Yeah,
I could go on.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I named everybody that worked at every store, because now I'm getting to this point, I'm like, hey, I work at this store. So I named a few of you.
Yeah.
Great job, guys.
Great job, guys.
Great job.
All right, I'm done being sappy. My name's Rob.
And I'm Aaron.
See ya, Russ.
See ya.
Check this out.
There's some blooper for you.
Yeah.
Poopers. Poopers.
Ladies. Bob
This
is
is
in
the Bundy.
his-
This is the Bundy edition.
Yeah, right. I put a little stink.
Ooh.
A little stink on that too.